morning, everyone. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Florida, so Chris is gonna take me on a drive south. Where are we going today?
Allenton, Florida.
Ooh, why don't you come along for the ride? Chris asked me this morning if I'd like to come to go to a plantation. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
I love the history of plantations. My heart goes out to all the enslaved people and what they went through. So of course I wanted to go see and feel, the energy and step on the land that they stepped on. And so here we are at the, what's the name?
The Gamble Plantation.
Plantation, which they call Gamble Mansion right now, correct?
Gamble Mansion, right.
And we took the tour of inside the house. I didn't video inside because it was a large group of people, and he asked that it was okay just to take photos. I'll attach them because I have a few. All right, so Chris, what did you think about the tour?
Well, it was nice to see one of the few plantation houses in Florida. There's only a handful, really. And
excuse me, I read that in South Florida, this is the only plantation left.
Only in South Florida. Most of them are in northern Florida. The tour was pretty standard. It was, your standard old house tour if you've ever been on. They show you the spinning wheel and how they bake things in the oven, the rope bed.
Right, but I'm sorry, I found it a little different from the tours in New England when it came to fluffing the bed. Right. Now, you say it was called a fluffer, I think?
Yeah, there was a tool on the bed called a fluffer.
Yeah, and what they did was the enslaved people, which were, they had different groups. They had different chores. And this particular person was the bed fluffer, and I'm imagining it was a woman, it wasn't a man doing the fluffing.
Probably.
And she had to stand there for 45 minutes year round, every night, fluffing the bed till it was
for 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
Yeah.
And
nice and
Florida,
fluffy.
if you've been in South Florida in the summer, and they're dressed with their clothes long sleeves because of the mosquitoes, because they carry diseases. So, horrible.
Well, there were basically three types or classifications of the enslaved people. One was like the house workers that worked in the house for the people that lived in the house. The other was the skilled workers around the house that did things like being a cobbler or being a blacksmith, things like that. They built this house, actually, the craftsmen that built this house. And then there was the field hands that worked in the sugar fields, which I think if you think about cotton and sugar was deadly. It was hard labor, nothing on picking cotton, but you had to hack that stuff down. You had to clean it off, and then you had to bring it in and render it down into, a liquid and everything. So I wonder how many people drop dead doing that. And when you think about it, you talked about the bed fluffer. I think that was a prize job. People wanted that job rather than being out there in the sugarcane fields.
Absolutely. at the Gamble Plantation. This is all I can find on the enslaved people. They say that the cabins that they lived in were back here in this property somewhere. Now, remember, this is only 16 acres. It used to be 3,500 acres, so we don't know how far back they found the remnants of the cabins.
Now this is a sugar roller. They would put the sugar cane through here and press it, and then it would be ground up on the little machine that you see back here. And then eventually it would be boiled down, and then they'd render it into sugar that we now know.
Wow. Now imagine doing that in 100 degrees.
and this display is really it's missing a lot.
Yeah, it is.
There was a lot more to it, to a sugar mill. This is just like essential machinery. It's not what it would look like if we were here during that time. There'd be much more apparatus out here.
So Chris, I thought of something as we took a little break over here in this beautiful landscape in Florida.
Yeah.
I just remembered the story, that little pantry over there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want to go tell you guys the story. I think it's so cute. Okay, so this area right here was called the Whistle Way. And this room right here, that's the kitchen. And down here was where the dining room was. So what they did was, when the little enslaved boy came out to serve dinner to the guests or the owner in the dining room, he'd have to whistle down this hall just to make sure he didn't have food in his mouth. And you know why I think that is? I think he was busted stealing food, so now they make their little boy walk down there whistling to make sure he didn't have food in his mouth.
I can't whistle.
I whistled. Isn't that a great story? Sad, but a great story. Love that stuff.
So if you look at the columns here and the walls, they're made out of something called tabby, which is crushed oyster shell and cement. And if you look at the construction here, it was all built by enslaved people.
Can you imagine doing that in the summer?
No. Just the building and the construction. Yep.
It's since been refurbished though,
Yes,
except for the pillows, correct?
Yeah, in the 1920s and the 1930s, the entire inside was gutted, and it's all new molding, new floors, new walls and everything. And I think the original tabby on the inside was covered with sheetrock, he said. So even that's not exposed on the inside. But the outside you can still see, if you look really close, you can probably see the texture on the tabby.
And if you touch it, you can feel the energy. Where to next, my star historian?
Oh, Woody's Riveroo Pub.
Woody's Riveroo
Pub.
Pub. Say that 3 times.
Woody's Riveroo Pub. Woody's Riveroo Pub. Woody's Riveroo Pub.
Good job.
Stop torturing me.
Okay, let's go get something to eat. Well, this is cute. Here we are. And we have guests, special guests. Chris, I think they're Irish. Thank you everybody for watching. Until next video. Oh, one thing. Go out tonight and look at the full moon, and by the time you see this video, I'll probably have it up tomorrow. Don't forget about the red full moon.
The red moon, yeah.
Red moon, yes. Lunar eclipse.
Yeah, lunar eclipse.
Tomorrow morning, early. If you get any pictures, post them here.
This is
in the
March
comment section.
2nd, so
Yeah, so
in between March 2nd and March 3rd.
Well, it's supposed to on the East Coast between 6 and 7 a.m.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
That should be interesting. Anyways, thanks again for watching. Bye.